with our country's path. As a nation, we have allowed our federal government to become bloated and inefficient. Our personal liberty is being attacked on numerous fronts, and our country's status and influence around the world is diminishing with every failure to handle foreign crises. Our fiscal and monetary policies lack a common-sense approach and are taking us down a path of potential financial suicide. Under my administration, America will see a return to founding principles and common-sense governing our country's framers envisioned, and away from the petty partisan bickering that has become the accepted norm in Washington, D.C. To the citizens of our great nation, I make you this promise. If you elect me as your next president, I will work tirelessly to restore your faith in government. While good intentioned, our government has become too big and overreaching. The size and scope of our country's bureaucracy must be examined carefully, and the red tape cut and streamlined. We must closely and prudently examine all areas in which our national government has become involved and begin to reallocate our resources in a more responsible manner. Departments and agencies which have proven to be ineffective must be downsized or eliminated. Programs which should be left to the states will once again become state responsibilities. More government means more laws, more things you must do, and more things you cannot do. Federal government must retreat from the business of trying to legislate personal decisions. On the issue of same-sex marriage, I believe that government should only recognize certificates of union. Judging the sanctity of marriage is neither the job nor the responsibility of government. The issue of sanctity should instead be left to the discretion of the individual and the religious institutions. By only recognizing the certificate of union, the government can extend marriage benefits to all Americans. I support the current regulations on abortion, as outlined in the verdict of Roe v. Wade. As executive of the nation, I will ensure that the ruling is upheld and current reproductive rights and regulations remain in place. When it comes to environmental issues, I fully understand the need for green and sustainable environmental solutions. In order to encourage and propagate sustainable sound solutions, I propose a merit-based funding system for green products. The funding system would reward promising environmental technologies by requiring companies to compete for funding. The money would be rewarded to the group with the best and the most practical environmental solution. The merit-based reward system is an effort to move away from the current environmental funding systems that rely on political connections and result in events such as the Solyndra bailout. I also endorse the continued protection of our national parklands from commercial interests such as oil drilling. On the foreign front, believing that diplomacy can take the place of a strong military is believing that every country on this earth is trustworthy and friendly. Diplomacy as a means of peace should always be attempted. However, situations arise that require swift and measured response. We must remember that credibility is not something endowed upon us, but is something we earn. When it is necessary for America to become involved in foreign affairs, we must ensure that we're always negotiating from a position of strength. Our federal debt is now almost $17 trillion. If we were to split that per taxpayer, each would owe over $148,000. Our government spends $1 million every 13 seconds. Our friends, this is just irresponsible. To continue on this path is to continue to walk down the path of financial suicide. I believe that without a doubt, the United States of America is the best country on earth. We are the champions of democracy, the defenders of freedom. We are the country that encourages and gives all a chance to make the most of their lives. Help get government back on its rightful path, back to making decisions about things that matter, back to a position of strength, back to a common sense government that belongs to the people. Thank you. God bless you all. God bless you.